Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the World Online Racing Championships Each State Classic at the Lanier National Speedway. Right now, the drivers are just starting their qualifying, so that's a perfect time to get onto the track to show you that aspect of racing. What I think is arguably the most under rated aspect of racing. Qualifying. That's why I like to show it on the broadcast, and allows you to get to know a little bit about the drivers. You see some of the cars. If you don't have a favorite driver, well, you can pick one during qualifying. I don't know. Currently, right now, I have a couple cars on the track. Get a ticker up for you here shortly. Each driver, I believe, gets 2 laps of qualifying. I'll get that confirmed for you here in a moment. Now you have the 18 car of Johnny Canarizzo. Here's to finish his 2 laps of qualifying, pulling down into pit road in the 18 Stay Tuned Motorsports late model. Have Hunter Hepner also finished up qualifying 15th. He's qualified currently in 15th position. Renton Masters currently on lap number 1 of qualifying in that 73 late model. First A now. Machine looks like he ran a time that will allow him to get 5th place, 13.3545. His second lap, no better, so his qualifying will select that 13.345. Got 2 more cars left to get qualifying done. Actually, 1 more car left. That will be Thomas Vickers. You know, see that car running around on the track now. Actually, I believe every car has finished up qualifying up to this point. So, that means we can move on now to... Well, no, I think we have to run throughout the whole qualifying session. That's my bad. Live? I am live. Alright. Second there, I thought I wasn't live. And that will be it. We have another minute and a half of qualifying remaining. Every car currently connected to the iRacing session has qualified. But you never know, maybe some last minute driver will be pulling in here with his hauler and getting going at the last moment. You never know. Currently on pole position is Blake Murray. Ran a 13.156 second lap time around your National Speedway. It's not very long or big track. It's only about, I believe it's a half-mile track, Lanier is. And iRacing, I believe, has done a great job keeping this a dirt track. So, we'll see how this race goes. I guess we can run through our breakdown of how this will go, because we do have a couple seconds. Might as well run through our breakdown of how looking like it will lay out. So, practice was 30 minutes long. We did not broadcast practice, but we have practiced our 2-lap qualifying for 5 minutes. That is concluding in 10 seconds. Heats are next. There are 8 lap heats. We have 8 cars per heat. Next, we'll have the B main or B mains, depending on how many cars we do have Those are 12 laps, admin cautions only. And then we have an A main that'll have 20 cars, 75 laps, and cautions laps will count for today's feature. A main. Trying to get a camera angle that shows our drivers on grid. There we go. So for your heat race number 1, your starting grid on pole position is the 179 of, actually I believe that is just the 79 of Lake Murray, with a 13.179 lap time. Position number 2, let's see if I can get a better camera angle here. In the 18 is John Canarizzo. Position number 3 in the 73, Trenton Masters. And the 881 is Michael Bavarad. 5th place on 3rd row on the inside is the 68 of Bo Krebs. On the outside, the 54 of Timmy Spatz. And last but not least, for heat race number 1 is the 06 of Lath Hicks. So as the iRacing pace car will make the hard left-hand turn onto pit road, feel at the mercy of the 79. And off they go for heat race number 1. 79 and 18. 18 holding strong through the first corner. Battle for second place ensuing. 73 on the inside, 18 still on the outside. There is some contact, 18 in the fence. The 18 of John Canarizzo losing multiple positions. He is 3 wide. Come off the corner, still more contact now with the 06. The 18 lost a lot of positions. Lap number 1. Will he be able to come back? To the lead though was Blake Murray in the 79. Pretty commanding lead now over the rest of the field. Trenton Masters and the 73 second place position. 3rd place Bo Krebs. Looks like possibly there's an issue with Lath Hicks low on the track. Lath Hicks does have it going now in the 06 machine. Jan Canarizzo in the 18 on the inside of the 54, trying to gain back some more positions after first lap issues. 4 laps to go in heat race number 1. The 54 hard in the fence after contact with the 18. 54 back on the inside, trying to make a rally. Nothing quite yet there. Blake Murray again ran the fastest lap of heat race number 1. 3 laps to go now. Really closest battle is for 3rd between Bo Krebs and Jan Canarizzo's 18 car of Jan Canarizzo trying to get back to the front. 2 laps to go now this time by. Will the 18 be able to have enough to the inside? 18 goes. Some contact between 68, 18 slides up. Contact between 18 and 68. 18 gets the go-ahead as the race finishes. Hard crash for whoever that was. That'd be the 54 there. But your finishing order: Blake Murray, Trenton Masters, John Canarizzo over your top 3. Now for heat race number 2, your starting grid. Phil Powers on the pole position. Outside pole is Thomas Vickers. Josh Patterson in the 02, 3rd position. Duncan Faw, I believe that's how you say that name, in the 28. On the outside of the 2nd row 5th position, Ryan Martin. Ethan Harrison in the 6th position. Then starting 7th, last but not least in heat race number 2 is Hunter Hepner. As the field will be on at the mercy of the 44 once the iRacing pace car makes the hard left-hand turn. Field is set. Fans at their feet. iRacing pace car does make that hard left-hand turn. And the 44 gets a start. Oh, as we already have someone out of control as the 9 of Ryan Martin. Looks like he did save that. 44 Phil Powers, though, did get it going fast enough to gain the lead. Thomas Vickers close second. 0-2, Josh Patterson third. So far, oh, is there some contact? The 28 slow on the inside of turn number 4. 28 got back going, but down to 7th position. The 28 goes. Ethan Harrison 4th. Hunter Hepner 5th. Ryan Martin 6th. And we already talked about the 28's issues. Battle for the lead, though, not going away. The 23 trying to make something work. Something the 44 has not learned yet, as there is 5 laps to go in heat race number 2. The closest battle on the track may be between the 180 and the 9, as well as between the 44 and the 23. Battle for the lead is the closest battle on track actually right now. Philip Powers, Thomas Vickers, who will have it 2 laps to go, coming to 1 this time. But 1 lap to go. 44 does have the lead. Will 23 make something happen this time by? Not likely. Phil Powers wins heat race number 2. Thomas Vickers close second. Josh Patterson 3rd. Ethan Harrison 4th. Hunter Hepner 5th. Ryan Martin 6th. And Duncan Foss 7th, as you have a big crash at the end of heat race number 2. Heats are going by fairly quickly. We are already on heat number 3. And your starting grid for heat race number 3 in the 21 machine is Edward Fairness. On the outside pole is Ryan Zebu. 86 is you can see there you go. You see the starting order now. 3rd place, 86 of Brady Cox. The 4th position, the 5 of Brazen Collins. 5th position is the 17 of Jason Dill. 6th position is the 816 of Brandon Stewart, and the 7th position, last but not least, is the 8 of Paul Granado. As once again, the field at the mercy of the 21. iRacing pace car makes the hard left-hand turn as the fans are at their feet. Green flag is out and off and away the field goes in turn number 1. The 10 holding strong through the first set of corners. Closest we've seen all night. 21 on the inside, the preferred lane. The 10's still there though. What's the 10 going to do this time? 10 makes crossover, tries to get on the inside of the 21. He is there. 21 will have the run off the corner though. 10 on the inside once again. The 21 on the outside. 21's going to have the big run. 10 is not going away though. 10 slides up, loses a lot of speed, and the 21 moves on through. Another battle, we have the 816 and the 8. Brandon Stewart and Paul Granado. 8 on the inside as there is some contact. The 8 saves it. The 816 goes really high to save it. And the 6 gets the go-ahead. 4 laps to go this time by. Like the closest battle on the track is between the 5, the 86, and the 17. 76 trying to get past the 5 for third position. As I think actually the battle for the lead is closed up too as well. Between the 21 and the 10. The 10 trying to find his way around the 21. 21 trying to keep the position where he's at. 2 laps to go right now. Coming the 1 to go this time by. 21 holding strong. And 1 to go. The 21 wins heat race number 3, is it? Got a battle here between the 5 and the 86. So, heat race number 3 results. Edward Fergus wins. Ryan Zebu 2nd. Brazen Collins 3rd. Brady Cox 4th. As now we are on, I believe this is the first of, will be our, we are calling our first B main of the evening. This is a 12-lap event. See what happens. 12 laps, 6 drivers. So we'll see what happens. Starting on pole position for the first B main of the evening is the 68 of Bo Krebs. Second place, 86 of Brady Cox. Third place, let me get a better camera angle for you. The 180 of Hunter Hepner. Starting fourth, the 881 of Michael Babarad. Starting fifth, the 8 of Paul Granado. And starting sixth is the 20 of Duncan Faw. See what happens in heat race number 3. No, B main number 1. As the Iverson pace car makes the hard left-hand turn. Pace car is off. And the field is off and away. 68 of Brady Cox trying to make something happen. Had the lead to start. Now Krebs. Actually, we have a spin. That might be the 8 of Paul Granada. It is the 8 of Paul Granada as he is trying to make his way going. And the 8 still stopped. Maybe he's trying to get an admin caution here, trying to back up, waiting for the safe place to go. That's okay. Steep out for the lead now, still going on. We have the 68 of the 76. 68 goes for the slide up the track. 76 does get the go-ahead. Lapped car of the 8 of Paul Granada in the way, makes it 3 wide for a moment. 68 going to the bottom again, slides back up the track. Almost some contact with 76. 5 laps out of 12 have already gone by. His laps tick off quickly. 68, now there is some contact with 76. 76 in the wall, taking the high side, trying to save the car. Brings Duncan Faw into the mix. It looks like one person per B main will miss the transfer into the A mains currently. The first one out is the 8 of Paul Granada as he is now 3 wide again with the 881 and the 180. My car is definitely injured after that incident early on. Closest battle on the track is for the first position. We have the 68 and the 86. Bo Krebs currently holding on to the top position. Brady Cox trying to take it away. 4 laps to go now, 3 laps to go. 68 slowly pulling away. 86 though, or 76, my apologies. Slowly coming back. Looks like 68 may be better in turns 1 and 2. 76 may be better in 3 and 4. Now down to 1 lap to go, this time by 68. Currently holding on to the lead is 76, or making contact with 68. 76 now to the lead. 68 hits him. 76 up the track. Who's going to win it? But the 68. Go back and watch that again. Wait. Well, it looks like we cannot because it is at the end of the session. It looks like they moved us away. I believe the person knocked out from Heat Race, or beat the first B main, would be the Heat. As long as the scoring stayed the same. But now we're on B main number 2. Starting on pole position is the 77 Ethan Harrison. Second place on the outside pole is the 54 Timmy Spatz. 17 starting in third position, that's Jason Dill. Ryan Martin in the 9, starting fourth. Lath Hicks currently not on the track, and Brandon Stewart slated to start 6th. Looks like that 816 car will start 5th now with the miss of Lath Hicks. Irish pace car's off the way the field goes. In turn number 1, Ethan Harrison, strong start. 54 trying to make something happen. 54 does have a big run 3 wide in the back, as is 816 making some big contact with the wall. The 9 also making contact. Still making contact with the 9. 816, the 9. Also, looks like the 77 made some contact. He moved. Oh, is it making some contact with now the 17? A lot of contact in this heat in the B main. 17, 3 wide now. 77 making more contact. Ethan Harrison, the 77, now moved down to last. Timmy Spatz to the lead. Jason Dill in second. Brandon Stewart third. Ryan Martin fourth. Ethan Harrison fifth. Terrible start for Ethan Harrison. More laps to go though. Will something happen? We'll have to wait and see. Brandon Stewart in third position. Like, that is where the battle may be, except no, the battle is not moved to the top spot. Timmy Spatz holding on to the top position. Jason Dill trying to chase him down for the lead. 7 laps to go. Who will have it? Timmy Spatz. The clear track ahead for all the leaders. Jason Dill, 17, trying the inside. Nothing quite there. 5 laps to go now. The battle is really between the 54 and the 17. 17 on the inside, 54 on the outside. 54 trying to keep the momentum up. 17 trying to take away the top spot. That's the fun thing about dirt track racing, though. You can take multiple lanes, and the lane you've been running may no longer be the good lane, even though it was for the last 30 laps. And honestly, the 17 is still on the inside of the 54. 17 is not going away. 54, I think, is going to have to try something else here, coming down to the wire here. Because there's 2 laps to go. 17 may get desperate. And every corner, 3 and 4, I see the 17 getting there. 17 also might have to try something else here, though, coming off to the last lap of the B main. 54, in the lead. 17 trying to take it away. Jason Dill for the final time tries the bottom lane. He's not there. 54 wins heat race, or the B main. Timmy Spats, B main winner. Jason Dill second. Brandon Stewart third. I believe that will knock the 77 of Ethan Harrison out of the A main. And with that, we have a few minutes of warm-up, what they call the warm-up. You get a few more laps in the cars, or they get out and race the feature. So, with that, Beyond the Lights is out now. Catch all 4 episodes on the Limeade Media YouTube channel. And we are back at the Lanier National Speedway. Looks like we have someone in the chat calling Blake Murray going to win. We'll see. I mean, Blake Murray has had the fastest lap now in this warm-up, 13.589. Second lap. Next person is Thomas Vickers with a 13.609. So we'll see what happens. I mean, if you're just going by the numbers, that may be accurate. We'll see. Only time will tell. We have 75 laps will actually tell, not time. So we'll see. That last B main was crazy. I don't know how the A main is gonna go. As now we have 20 more seconds left in the warm up. And we are looking at the 79 of Blake Murray. Blake Murray has been very good this week. I mean, he raced really good. As someone had some issue there. I don't quite know who that was. Looks like that was a 68 Bo Krebs. Maybe got spun around there in the warm up. Luckily, you get brand new cars between the warm up and the feature. And now the moment you all have been waiting for, the A main. We're starting 20 cars for a 75 lap A main event. Caution laps will count for the A main this week because it is a longer A main. And with that, we're just waiting for the rest of the cars to roll out onto the racetrack. We're missing probably about 2 or 3 of them. I think we do have the 77 Ethan Harrison, so that is my. I apologize for that. I thought the 77 was going to be out. Maybe that was because of the other car that did not make it. The one car was no longer in this session. We'll see. And starting, here is your starting grid. Starting on pole position is the 79 of Blake Murray. On the outside pole, Philip Powers. Third place, Edward Fairness. Fourth place, Trenton Masters. Fifth place in the 23, Thomas Vickers. 10th place in the sixth place, Ryan Zebu. In the 18, in seventh place, John Canizero. In eighth place in the 02 is Josh Patterson. Ninth place in the 5, Brazen Collins. In 10th place in the 68, Bo Krebs, Timmy Spatz, Brady Cox, Jason Dill, Duncan Faw, Brandon Stewart, Michael Brabrad, Ryan Martin, Hunter Hapner, and Ethan Harrison round out your grid. As the green flag is out, Blake Murray has already gone out to a lead. Trenton Masters has lost a few spots on the start, and the caution is already out. Well, we're calling this one on iRacing. At least is calling this on Ethan Harrison. Looks like that's actually not on that. Looks like we have a car that's already rolled here. That's going to be the 881. Michael Babrad. Get a better angle of this. I think the 180 comes on in. The 181 just got lifted up. And got it. Backs up. Keeps it rolling. Now the field is already all, for the most part, single file. On the high side, if you are single file, that is where you're going to see the field is on the high side. A little bit different than if you're a NASCAR fan. You don't normally see this happen, but this green flag is back out. 73 try to get a jump. He's on the inside. Don't know how that will go, as the 79 of Blake Murray already has the jump. The 44 Philip Powers. Second position. 23 is first battle on the track between the 73 and the 79. 73 and the 23. Sorry about that. This is 3 wide off the corner. Trenton Masters in the 23 of Thomas Vickers battling out for the 4th position. Who will have it work out for them. Looks like the 23 slides up the track. The 73 may not have the momentum come off this corner, as the 73 does have the momentum. Slides up, makes contact with the 23. 23 comes up the track, and the 73 gets the go-ahead. The 10 now battling the 23 as well as the 18. Three-way battle for the 5th position. As racing everywhere. Who to watch, I don't know. You have the 23 battling the 10, or the 10 battling the 23, with the 18 battling the 10, the 02 battling the 18. I mean, start back from the beginning. I mean, the 17 and the 23. 73 and the 23 now again. 4th and 5th place. Actually, now it's a battle for 3rd. 21 now in the mix. 73 trying to get the spot on the 21. The 21 trying to keep 3rd position. As it's 23 slides on up track, 73 has to move up. 73 now battling the 23. 23 in 5th, 73 in 4th. 23, I mean, 73 moved him up. So, I don't know how this is going to turn out for the later. But if this is how the battle is going to be all night, we'll just keep watching. This 23 slides up the track right up in front of the 73. 73 has the momentum, as the 73 looks like, oh, they're all slowing down, as it's like Ethan Harrison's off the track. 1 lap down. As here's the replay of 77, hits the wall. Oh, and it hits the elbow. See the ambulance lights come on, and that is what brought out the caution. That would do it. That I've seen many people on these types of tracks. We'll wait for the 79 to come back around so I can show y'all better here. And we'll get right here. Have the replay. If you look right above the 79, you'll see a little indent on the wall. You can go in there. Problem is when you go in there, it's hard to come back out in time, because the field is already double file, and it does hurt your car in a major way. There's no way you're getting out of that safe. It's bad news for everyone here as the field is back going. 79 back to the lead at 21 on the inside, 44 trying to take the second position away, 44 on the outside, 21 on the inside. Edward Fairness, 44 Philip Powers on the outside, powering his way around 21. Like the 18 had a not so good turn 1 and 2. Lost a couple of spots in that corner alone. Ryan Zeba in the 10 losing some positions. 02 losing some positions as well. The 18 is losing some more. 3 wide, possibly coming off the corner. Not quite, but the 7-3 barely had enough space to get in there. This is craziness. 21 battling 18, battling everyone else basically. The only one that's safe really is not even the 79. 79 is being battled for the lead. 44 on the inside, 79 on the outside. 44 trying to make something happen. Not even halfway through this race yet. It's already very quickly clicking away though. See the lap car of the 77, Ethan Harrison, just pulling down off the track. Hopefully it does not bring out caution, and it does. I already know where it's gonna go. It's gonna go on the 77 here. So I can see what he tried to do. He tried to pull down for the leaders. Promise he slowed down. No, he just stopped. Did the engine expire? I mean, that car was already damaged from the earlier accident. No, it was just he was trying to let people. I think he was trying to let people by. The caution came out when yeah, it just reset. Would be my guess at least. Already on lap 26 of 75, about a third way through this race now. As the iRacing pace car lights are already out once again. Blake Murray and 79 on the inside, 44 of Philip Powers on the outside, who will make it work. Field taking the green flag once again. A lot of movement. 79 to the outside, 23 making a move on the inside. And the 44 way on the inside hits the inside wall, I believe. As we have a spin, it looks like that might be the 18, possibly, or the 10. The caution's out. I try and get back to who that was. That will be the 68 of Bo Krebs. Going around there. The 68 here. Looks like the 76 going back once again. Maybe we'll slow it down a little bit. 76 just comes up the track just a little bit, hits the 68, spins him up the track, and 2 it looks like. Yep, and the caution comes out once again. No other cars were involved other than 76 and the 2 and the 68. And the caution is, once like I said, back out. Looks like the 77 Ethan Harrison has retired from the race. Already has had a couple issues as the field is getting single file on the outside. And is already going. Blake Murray in 79 taking back off, instantly back down to the bottom. Didn't like the restart as they had last time. It was 23 on the outside, rocking way around, trying to rocket away around the 44. 79 back up to the high side. 44 on the inside, like a sitting duck. Outside line instantly has become the more preferred line, I believe. That's what I was talking about a couple of heats ago. Dirt racing, you may think you had the preferred line until you don't. 79 was on the inside line or in the middle the whole race. Now he's on the outside. 23 is on the outside. 44 looks like a sitting duck. No one's there to help him. 44 is doing a good job sitting there as the caution's back out again. Possibly involving, I don't know who this would involve here. Go look at this one here. We'll see if this is caused the caution. The 181 contact with the 68. Yep, there we go. Ooh, a little more contact than I thought there. Let's go back and review this thing once again. First impressions. Let's go get a. You got the 881 or 816. I think you just got in there a little bit hot, a little bit faster than the 881. It spins the 881 around. The 76 kind of gets the 816's nose in the 881. That would be Michael Bradbeard, and then Bradbeard just kind of does a little 360. Grand Stewart in the 816 kind of helps him back around, and 76 Brady Cox also involved. Field's already 2x2. Cautions go by fast here. Already off and away, field goes. Mercy of the 79. Blake Murray already taken off. 44 Philip Powers trying to fill the gap from the 23. 23 already on the high side. 79 back on the inside. 44 on the inside. 21 on the inside now. A little different restart we just saw. Everyone was on the inside. It looks like there was a little contact between the 44 and the 21. Really slow up the 44. Brings the 23 up to second position. 79 still in the lead though. Blake Murray has dominated this race. Thomas Vickers second position. Phil Powers third. Edwin Fairness fourth. Chan Canderzero fifth. Ryan Zebu sixth. Trenton Masters seventh. Jason Dill eighth. His game position on Josh Patterson ninth. And Brazen Collins 10th position. Blake Murray now under pressure, I think for the first time this race. From the 23. What will the 23 of Thomas Vickers do? Vickers using the high line. I believe these two are teammates though. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that Vickers and Murray are teammates. And I believe possibly also Fairness. The paint schemes are very similar to one another. So we'll see what happens there. 44 is, if that's the case, the 44 would be the only odd one out there. We'll see what happens. Trenton Masters loses a few positions. Jason Dill gains a few more as there's some contact between the 18 and the 17 going into turn number 1 now. Murray and Vickers closest battle. Well, I mean it's battle for the lead on the track, but battles everyone. Bo Krebs and the 5 of Raising Collins. Sorting itself out right now. And turn number 3 and 4, Krebs moves up the track. Collins on the bottom. And everywhere here is just kind of a battle. Gets you a little bit more comfortable though in traffic. Reminds me of the freeway during rush hour. Everyone's trying to get home, merging in and out between lanes, and you got this. You don't really know quite where the best place to be if you just kind of want to sit there. 18, 17, 02 now battle for 7th. 18 on the inside, 17 on the outside. 02 makes contact. 17, great save there. I thought he was going around. 17 now moves up to the 7th position. 18 rallying back though. John Carizero. Line back up. 17 back, crossing him over. 50 laps go out of this race. 18 diving back in, sliding back up. 17 crossing back over. We'll try to cross back over. 17 didn't quite have the momentum. 17 trying it again. Gaining some more momentum. That's the key about this track. Yeah, keep gaining your momentum. Blake Murray now has a little more of a lead than he has had. Brazen Collins lost spot. It looks like we have 8:16 to Brandon Stewart around. 18 slows it up in time. 8:16 gets it going back around again. Yeah, the 8:16 got there. Turnover 3 and 4 here. You see 8:16 just gets into the 28. Spins at 28 around, and 8:16 gets flipped over and flips right back over. And thank you, Captain Watson, in the YouTube chat for letting me know that they are all teammates. So confirming my theory about the paint scheme there. About how. Wait. Like maybe already be going back 1 to green. Blake Murray in the lead. Thomas Vickers second. 44 of Philip Howard's third. Edward Fairness fourth. Ryan Zebu fifth. Trenton Masters sixth. John Caruso seventh. Jason Dill eighth. And Murray hits the gas. And off they go again. Powers on the inside. Vickers on the outside. Same with the 21 of Fairness. Fairness powering around as the 10 tried to do something there. 3 wide off the corner in the back middle part of the field, as it has now gotten to the point where it is go time. You got to go or else you may not win the race. It's 3 wide in the back here, and we got a mess in the back here. Bo Krebs, Jason Dill. Looks like we have the 17 of Jason Dill up and over. He's going to take the tow on that car. I think you see the pace car goes by. Hopefully everyone knows that car is there. It kind of blends with the dirt quite a bit, I think. I know I won't be looking at that. Let's see here. We'll see what happens here. 17 still just sitting there. The 17 got there because I know we don't get much more time for 17. I know it was 3 wide coming off the corner there. See Sanders 3 wide, 5, 17, 68. 17 just kind of goes straight into 68. Just kind of rolls. 17 still just sitting there though. The iRacing pace car does have the lights off. 17 does take the tow. Hunter Hepner in the 180 has also retired from the race as well. Might as well update you from that. Blake Murray in the lead, Thomas Vickers second, Philip Powers third. As there's a delay of the restart. Is there some contact I just saw between the first two on the outside, the 23 and the 21? That'd be Vickers and Fairness. Not significant contact, just a little nudge. Don't think that should hurt those cars. Just a little bit something to note for some of the more dominant cars of this event. Feel at the mercy of Murray, and off they go again. Blake with a massive jump on the rest of the field. 23 coming back. 44 is third, and then there's a Hornets nest behind them. We got the 10 underneath the 21. We got the 18 on the outside. We saw him in the back trying to make his way back forward. Now 18 on the outside. Trying to make a couple moves here. Now he's battling the 0-2 of Josh Patterson. Oh, it's a contact. The 21 hit the inside wall. I just kind of caught that out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, that 21. That is generally no good. But 21 is still rolling. 0-2 on the inside, 21 on the outside. Trying to keep it going. And 5, Raisin Collins, also trying to work his way up now in the 6th position. Trying to keep Raisin Collins almost forcing the 18 down to the inside retaining wall of 0-2. Also, it looks like he might just barely scrape that wall. That line, preferred line, looks like it's just right on that wall. Drivers gotta be really careful and so too much they hit that wall. 0-2 on the inside, 21 on the outside. 21 Fairness trying to get back to the 5th position and clear for the 5th position. 0-2 trying to take it away. 21 does clear. 79 Blake Murray, pretty significant lead. 5 laps to go now, coming down the 4. Battle now for 2nd place between the 44 and the 23. 23 on the outside, 44 on the inside. Vickers trying to get back with his teammate in the lead. 44 trying to catch back up to the leader. 44 stays in 2nd. 3 laps to go now. Not much more time left in this race. Only about 45 more seconds. Who is going to keep the 2nd position? 23 trying to make something happen. Now 2 laps to go. Murray pretty much too far out now to catch. 44 trying to maintain 2nd. 23 trying to take it away. Last lap. Who's going to have it? 44 about car length lead. 23 sends it in. Nothing there. Blake Murray wins. Philip Powers 2nd. Thomas Vickers 3rd. Ryan Zebu 4th. And Edward Fairness 5th. Got a couple more finishing here. Got a couple flipping at the conclusion here. And yeah, that's the end of this race. Crazy end to it, but nonetheless. Wow. Alright, well, let's run through our results. Have them up now. Your winner, Blake Murray. Philip Powers 2nd. Thomas Vickers 3rd. Ryan Zebu 4th. Edward Fairness 5th. Josh Patterson 6th. Brazen Collins 7th. John Cadizero 8th. Brady Cox 9th. Bo Krebs rounding out your top 10. Trenton Masters 11th, Timmy Spats 12th, Brandon Stewart 13th, Michael Brad 14th, Ryan Martin 15th, Duncan Faw 16th, Jason Dill 17th, Hunter Hepner 18th, and Ethan Harrison rounding out your field. I gotta say, the fans never disappoint. They, correctly guessed this one, so there was nothing to hide about that one. I mean, the person in the crowd did say Blake Murray's gonna win. Blake Murray didn't disappoint. So let's pull up our third place finisher, Thomas Vickers. I don't really have much to say, but Thomas Vickers, it's the broadcast. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, that race was pretty much dominated by your teammate. I mean, you had 44. How did that battle come down to the wire there between you and the 44? I mean, I'm sure it would have been nice to come just 1-2 with your teammate there.
Yeah, I was trying to catch Blake. I changed up my line a little bit. Tried to rip the top again, trying to eat some ground from him, and then I let Phil get on the inside of me. He had the better line. And he got me on those last 5 laps, and I couldn't get back to him.
And I saw the lines keep changing. It looked like the dominant line was on the inside, and then switched back up to the outside. Then you and your teammate tried both different lines, and was that just how the race went? I mean, that's how it looked up from the broadcast booth.
Yeah, it was a lot of line changing. When that track splits off, it has a lot of weird lines. You have to start running, trying to get fast. I was trying to stick to that high side. He was running the kind of the slider line, and that was railing there for a bit. Then it went back down to the bottom. I think it was up high for a little bit. But yeah, this track likes to change lines a lot.
And do you have any sponsors, family, friends, anyone you want to thank for this race?
I'd like to thank my teammate, Blake and Eddie for good runs, and then Apex for sponsoring us, and y'all for the broadcast, and them for putting on the league.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
That was your third place finisher, Thomas Vickers. Now we're pulling up your second place finisher, the 44 Phil Powers. Phil Powers, broadcast, do you have a copy?
Yep, gotcha.
Saw that. I know we just mentioned that battle between you and Thomas there, coming down to the wire. I know we talked to him about lines. What do you have to say about the lines? How this race went?
I think it went pretty good. There was multiple grooves. All three of us were sitting there trying to figure out the fastest line to run, and I think we all just kind of got comfortable and ran our line that we were most comfortable in. But track was really good. I love this track. I always look forward to racing here.
I know it come down to it. You three basically pulled away from everyone else behind you. It was a big chaotic mess. That's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah,
You mentioned.
I saw a couple cars flipped over on the top, so I'm sure it was pretty bad back there.
I know you mentioned 3 lines. It makes it for some pretty good racing. And then, was there anyone you want to thank for this race? Sponsors, family, friends, anything else?
Yeah, I want to thank NLRA and CFM Esports for sponsoring me, and congrats to Blake Murray. And I don't know if you guys saw the paint on his car where it says "Nobody fights alone." If you guys could say a little prayer for his family, what they're going through, I'm sure he'd really appreciate it.
All right, we will do. I know someone mentioned it in the YouTube chat. Must have to get a little bit more informed, but I will keep that
I'd
in
also
mind.
like to thank Mario Perez for making my rap. He does a really good job and usually does them for free. So if you guys want to check him out, look him up, Mario Perez.
All right, thank you. Actually, we'll pull up now our race winner, Blake Murray. And Blake, to the broadcast booth, do you have a copy?
Yep, go ahead.
And I know dominant lights out from basically lights out to the checkered flag heat race to in the feature qualifying practice. I mean, what do you have to say about how this race went?
Yeah, I'm not usually a tacky guy, but we've had a lot of speed here recently. But I was just ready for it to slick off. I'm way better here when it slicks off. First 25 laps, I really didn't know where to go. Then when I ran something about 50, I figured the line out then.
I know it was definitely a pretty good race for y'all. Like I said, everything you all ran today, every session you all ran, you all had speed. I don't think you didn't lead a single lap, if I'm correct on that. Am I correct? Am I correct on that? I think you led every lap.
Yeah, you're correct.
And yeah, from there on out, it was pretty much looking in your mirror. You know, you had your teammates behind you for quite a while, and then the 44 got up there, and that was about it.
Yeah, I knew Thomas, he wouldn't go to the bottom, so I got up in front of him and burned the top up a little bit. Once I knew it was gone, I just moved back down, play a little mind game.
And with that, I know we talked to the other two people about how the lines are. I always am fascinated about dirt track racing, about how the lines go, because I can never figure them out, about how the different lines are ran. I noticed you all went from the top to the bottom to the top to the bottom again. How do you think the lines change? I mean, you don't mention how it slicked off, but how does that just change how you all run here?
Starting off, I look at my lap times. Like I knew slider was really good. Then like lap 20, I seen Thomas coming on the top, so then I knew I went up there and routed a few laps, and went back down.
All right, and do you have any sponsors, teammates, anyone you want to thank for
Yeah.
this race?
I gotta thank Apex Industries, Big Eyes Guns, Keep Speed, Top Shelf Graphics, Mario Perez, Aaron Watts for watching, my nephew for spotting behind me, and yep, and thank y'all for the broadcast.
All right, thank you. Have a great rest of your week. Look forward to watch you coming up here.
Thank y'all.
And with that, that will conclude our broadcast. Let's go. Someone mentioned to go take a look at that car. We're going to go do that real fast here because I actually never got a good look at it. Gotta go rewind here quite a bit though in order to get to it. What's the brightness? See if I have a good shot of the car here. There you go. I think with that, we're going to conclude broadcast. You can see we have a shot now of the 79 car. I never got a good shot of the cars, but there you know someone had the 44. Say we had to go get a good shot of it, so there we go. So with that, we're going to conclude the broadcast. Thank you all for watching the broadcast from Lanier National Speedway in the Gamecast Racing Network.